Remember how a few seconds ago I told you to remember Goku doing this to Piccolo? That's because 10 chapters later, he does the same thing to Raditz. Only this time he stole a page out of Piccolo's book. He had his Kamehameha chase Raditz around till it hit him. Then after Vegeta and Nappa arrive on Earth, Yamcha clobbered a Saibai-Man with one. This is the first occasion where someone doesn't actually scream the Kamehameha part, he just makes the hand gesture at it. And there's gonna be a few times, a lot of times actually, where this happens throughout the series. So look forward to that. A few chapters later, Kuririn gets his 5th on the board when he hit Nappa with one after Gohan chickened out. And then he still missed, like bro. And then Goku fires one at point blank range at Nappa when he arrives after Piccolo dies. And then we got the greatest Kamehameha ever by Goku. It's the one against Vegeta's Gallic Gun, Kaioken ×4. He launches that from chapters 231 to 232. And this Kamehameha was so awesome, we didn't see another one until chapter 270. I was actually starting to get a little worried that I missed one from like chapters 231 to 270. But if I did, someone in there can go and correct me. You won't, because I didn't miss anything. It was mostly just Genki Dama's, Gohan becoming a great ape, them traveling to Namek, and Gohan and Kuririn kind of snuck around on Namek for like a huge chunk of it till the Ginyu arrived. And so there wasn't really much action going on. Well, there was a lot of action. It just wasn't a lot of Kamehameha action until the Ginyus arrived. And that's when things started, revving back up again. But with that, we have the 7th arc coming to a close, and the total jumped up to 44. Muten Roshi / Jackie still at 6 and will remain that way. Goku at 29 with 5 teases. Grandpa Gohan at 1. Yamcha at 2 now. Kuririn at 5 and Tenshinhan at 1. Now we're on to the Namek arc. Chapter 270, like I said again, was the next time we saw Kamehameha. And we'd see 7. Goku fired off at least 7 rapid-fire Kamehamehas while training in the ship. Then we get another tease. Chapters 273 to 274. It's Kuririn. He looks as if he's blasting one here. He doesn't actually say it, but I'm going to count it because his hands are in the position. Why else would his hands be in that position? I'm going to count it. And then chapter 305 is when we see the next one, so that's when they're fighting Frieza. And it's Kuririn who launches his first Kamehameha at Frieza. He is the first character to blow a Kamehameha at Frieza. I guess blow is the wrong word to use there. Fire a Kamehameha at Frieza. Chapter 309. There's 2 in this one. Goku hit one at Frieza from underwater, and then he hit another one at Frieza from underwater. This was another inventive Kamehameha from Goku. Although it was in his head, this may well be the first time someone mind-read the Kamehameha. You know what I'm saying? And then chapters 313 to 314, Goku finally screams one for the first time in a while going Kaioken ×20. He hits Frieza with one and only bruises his hand. Chapter 316, Kuririn launches a Kamehameha at Frieza after he gave his energy to Piccolo. Then we got another tease. Again, chapter 319 to 320. Goku gets his hands in the position to hit Frieza until Frieza fires the blast that eventually destroyed Namek and Goku let go of his. And then the last one of Planet Namek came in chapter 322 and went over to 323. And Goku finally launched the Kamehameha at Frieza after his transformation. That's the first one anyone ever does as Super Saiyan. Came roundabout. And so this arc ended with 50 total by the end of it. So now we're at 50 total in the entire series. The Muten Roshi had, of course, 6. Goku with 33 and 6 teases now. Grandpa Gohan with 1. Yamcha with 2. Kuririn has 7 now and 1 tease. And then Tenshinhan still has 1. All right, the 9th arc of the series. I was expecting way more in this arc because right now the total's at 50. And I remember hearing from, I think it was some website that mentioned that Goku launched the Kamehameha about 97 times in Dragon Ball. I think throughout Dragon Ball Z and GT. So I was expecting way more here, but obviously that's from the anime, so it's not going to really count for the manga, but I was still expecting a lot more than what we got. We still got a fairly decent amount, but not as much as I thought we'd have. Because, we got Cell, we got all these androids who can bust out Kamehamehas, and the characters, Gohan doing it. So, anyway, chapter 341 is when we get our first one, and it's Goku. He hit number 19 with one. And then we blast into a tease. Chapter 342, Goku stopped by Piccolo. Why would you stop him? All right, chapter 362 to 363. Because Piccolo stopped Goku, Cell was pissed off by that, so he threw one at Piccolo.